Hello friends, today we discuss the detail of crossing over. Now, table of contents are as definition, linkage maps, profit first, mechanism, kinds of crossing over, factors influencing crossing over and significance. First of all, we discuss about introduction. Crossing over is the exchange of genetic material between non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes during meiosis, which results in new allelic combinations in the daughter cells. Each diploid cell contains two copies of every chromosome, one derived from the maternal gamete and the other from the paternal gamete. These pairs of chromosomes, each derived from one parent, are called homologous chromosomes. When diploid organisms undergo sexual reproduction, they first produce haploid gametes. Through meiosis, during prophase first of meiosis, homologous chromosomes align with each other and exchange genetic material, so that some of the resultant chromosomes are recombinants containing a mixture of genes derived from the maternal as well as the paternal chromosomes. Now, linkage maps. Linkage maps are estimates of the distance between the two genetic loci based on the frequency of recombination. Gene loci that are far away from each other on the same chromosome, or those placed on different chromosomes, have a 50% chance of being inherited together and a 50% probability of being assorted independently. Based on how frequently they are inherited together, linkage maps can be formed, where the position of these genes is shown in relation to known genetic markers. For instance, if a genetic marker on the X chromosome is frequently inherited along with a particular allele or male pattern baldness, they are said to be part of the same linkage group. Prior to high throughput DNA sequencing, linkage maps were the primary tools to understand which genes were present on a particular chromosome. Now, prophase first. Meiosis occurs in two stages, meiosis first and meiosis second. Meiosis first, also known as reduction division, is the series of events that results in the formation of two haploid daughter cells. At the end of reduction division, the number of chromosomes is halved and each of the daughter cells has only one complete set of duplicated chromosomes. During meiosis first, particularly prophase first, a number of events occur, making it one of the longest phases in meiosis. It marks the beginning of chromosome condensation, where duplicated chromosomes with attached sister chromatids are initially seen as long, thin threads. As condensation proceeds, homologous chromosomes are brought together because of the similarity in structure and centromere position. A protein structure called the synaptonemal complex also plays an important role. At this point, chromosomes are anchored to the nuclear envelope. Now, recombination occurs between non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes. This is observed microscopically as a crossing over event between bivalent chromosomes with a tetrad structure. Towards the end of prophase first, homologous chromosomes now appear to repel each other. The nuclear envelope is no longer clearly visible, and the cell then moves on to metaphase and anaphase to complete the first stage of meiosis. Now, mechanism of crossing over can be explained under the following heads. First, synapses. The homologous chromosomes pair lengthwise due to a force of mutual attraction in zygote of prophase first in meiosis. The pairing starts at one or more points and proceeds along the whole length in a zipper fashion. The process of pairing is called synapsis. The paired homologous chromosomes are called bivalents. During synapsis, a molecular scaffold called synaptonymal complex aligns the DNA molecule of two homologous chromosomes side by side. Now, second one is duplication of chromosomes. Synapsis is followed by the duplication of chromosomes, which changes the bivalent nature of chromosome to 4-stranded stage or tetravalent. 4-stranded stage of chromatids occur due to splitting of homologous chromosomes into sister chromatids attached with unsplitted centromeres. Crossing over in Pachytene, crossing over occurs. Non-sister chromatids of homologous pair twist over each other due to action of enzyme endonuclease. The chromatids get connected with each other at points known as chiasmata. The crossing over can take place at several points. The number of chiasmata formed is proportional to the length of chromatids. The genes at distant loci undergo crossing over, but closely placed genes fail to cross over and exhibit the phenomenon of linkage. During diakinesis of prophase first, chiasmata move towards the end of bivalent by a process called terminalization. Thus, twisting chromatids separate so that the homologous chromosomes are separated completely. At anaphase first of meiosis, the homologous chromosome separates. It's evident that one of the chromatids of each chromosome carries a portion of chromatid from its homologous chromosome. At the end of meiosis, 4 types of gametes are formed. 2 will be of parent types and 2 will contain chromosomes with recombination of genes formed during crossing over. Janssen in 1909 was the first to correctly understand the process of chiasma formation. What actually causes the breakage and reunion of chromatids still remains obscure. According to Stem and Hota, breaks or nicks appear in the chromatids due to enzyme endonuclease. Now, crossing over and chiasmata. There are 2 theories regarding relationship between crossing over and chiasma formation. First is chiasma type theory given by Janssen in 1909. According to this theory, the act of crossing over is followed by chiasma formation. Here, the chiasma formation is the consequence of crossing over. This view states that adjacent loops are organized in one plane and hence it is called one plane theory. According to this theory, crossing over takes place at the Pachytene stage and chiasma appear at diplotin. Now second one is classical theory given by Sharp in 1934. According to this theory, crossing over is the result of chiasma formation. Adjacent loops are organized at right angles to each other and hence it is called two-plane theory. Chiasmata are organized at Pagaytin and crossing over takes place at Diplotin stage. This theory has been considered to be untenable and hence rejected. Now, kinds of crossing over. There are three types of crossing over. First one is single crossover. In this case, only one chiasma is formed which leads to formation of single crossover gametes. Its most common type of crossover. Second is double crossover. In double crossover, two chiasmata develop. These chiasmata may appear between the same chromatids or between different chromatids. This type of crossing over forms double crossing over gametes. Now third one is multiple crossover. Here more than two chiasmata are constituted. It may be further classified into triple chiasmata, quadruple and so on. Multiple crossing over is of rare occurrence. Now factors influencing crossing over. Distance between the genes influences crossing over process. More the distance between two genes on same chromosome, there are high rate of the frequency of crossing over. And in the last, significance of crossing over. Crossing over provides an inexhaustible store of genetic variability in sexually reproducing organisms. Useful recombinations are used by plant and animal breeders. Breeders try to break up the linkages by crossing over to get combinations of useful traits in the progeny. Crossing over produces new combination of genes, that means recombination. Green revolution and white revolution are mainly due to selective picking up of useful genetic recombination developed by the process of crossing over. Thank you.